Hey, it's Jonathan Tapp here, and in this video I want to talk about something that I think is holding a lot of us back, and it's something I hear a lot of people in the parkour community talk about, as well as I get a lot of emails about it too, and that is, my training spot sucks. And I can totally feel you in this one, because I used to grow up in a small town, and the spots where I started out I thought sucked. And I think this is actually something that can hold you back tremendously, because it's very negative. If you look at a spot and you just think it sucks, and you're automatically shutting your brain off from any creativity with that spot. So I want to talk about a few things. One, I want to talk about how to make those spots you think are crappy actually pretty good. And then I want to talk about spots that usually lend themselves to being pretty good that you may not have checked out yet. So first, where are usually good spots going to be? Well, in my experience, the best spots that I've found have been in 3 different locations. And the first one is parks or recreation centers where they have playgrounds or pavilions and things like that. There's usually a lot of different obstacles that you can work with. The second thing would be schools and like universities or high schools. Colleges are really good, and usually the vibe's pretty good at colleges. Though, if you've seen one of my other videos, I actually got kicked out of UTD and banned for like a year, and they're going to arrest me if I go back, which is a different story, but it's a pretty funny video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Just type in UTD Tapp Brothers. And the third place, which has been pretty good for me, was the downtown areas. So I want you to check out those spots first, and check out, on the internet where your local parks are, if there's any universities or schools by you, and downtown areas, and check that out first. So if you come back with nothing, all you have is a couple of curbs and a park bench, then don't be negative. Like we talked about before, this is gonna hurt your training if you're negative about it. You want to be as positive as you can, and what I want you to do is be as creative as you can. If all you have is a couple of curbs and a picnic table, I want you to own that picnic table and those 2 curbs. I want you to be as creative as you can with it. I want you to think of all the different moves that you could do and put them together. Because if you can do creative things and do things that people think are awesome with just 2 curbs and a picnic table, then once you get to a really good spot, then it's just going to be amazing. So I want you to be creative about your spots, and don't be negative, especially if it's all you have. Then being negative is not going to get you anywhere. And I'm actually, if I don't put it at the end of this video, I'm going to make a separate video where I'll actually be going to different spots where most people think would suck, and I'm going to put some pretty creative movements in there and try to make them pretty cool. So that'll be a fun little thing to do. So if it's not at the end of this video, then look for a part 2 for this version. I'll put some of those clips on there. So what I want you to do is look around for good spots, the ones I mentioned, the parks, the schools, and downtowns. If you don't find anything, if all you have is something crappy, then don't be negative. Just do as much as you can with the spots that are around you. And this is what I think separates a lot of people. They actually create their own style with the spots that they're given. So be creative, don't be negative, and start making your crappy spots into really awesome spots. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Shoot me an email if you have any more questions, or at jonathan@learnmoreparkour.com, and I'll talk to you later.